Hello, everyone. This is Tammy Castrini from Insurance Advisors Direct, and I'm here today with Jason Panich, who is also with ID under our ancillary. He also will be helping on the under 65 side moving forward. And then we also have Carl Bernhard from Allstate Health Solutions. He's going to talk a little bit today about their under 65 products and how their integration within HealthSherpa can help when you are enrolling during OEP to add on the valuable services that everyone is going to need with the increase in premiums and the decrease in benefits. So, without further ado, Carl, I will let you begin.
Good deal. Thank you so much for allowing me to spend some time with you guys today. And my name's Carl Bernhard. I've had the chance to work with IAD and connect with this great agency for many, many years. And so hopefully this can be of good help to all the agents that are able to attend here. For those of you who are contracted with us now, I thought I'd throw a quick link up here. These are QR codes. This is some nice rewards that you can earn and qualify for on top of whatever commission you would earn as well. So really, really nice stuff in here. I have agents who have been on trips, nice hotel stays, luggage, Weber grills, all sorts of cool stuff in here. So if you're going to sell with Allstate Health Solutions, I'd encourage you to take advantage of this Allstate Elevate Rewards program. And I'm happy to send this out to anyone if you didn't have a chance to grab that QR code. This is me and my team. Again, my name is Carl Bernhard. I'm the field vice president in charge of a lot of different agents and agencies throughout the country. And Caden Bradbury helps and supports us and me and my team. And then Sarah, many of you guys have probably worked with Sarah over the years. She's my territory admin or associate. She helps a lot on the contracting commission side of things. I wanted to put this up here really so that you had our email addresses, so that you have a phone number connected with us. We would love to work with you guys for any individual training that you might need. We understand that there's a lot of different moving parts and pieces to what you do day in and day out. And so I think just knowing that you have a point of contact for Allstate Health hopefully is of value to you. We do like to pick up our phones. We do like to answer emails very quickly. We know that we as a carrier are nothing without our agents and agent partners out there. So feel free to connect with me or my team anytime. Here's a quick snapshot of things that I want to briefly touch on. A couple of these I don't think we're going to get to, but I did want to just let you see a snapshot of all the products that you have access to with your appointment and contract up through IAD. So we like to say we are all things individual, solutions for all ages, solutions for all agents, kind of like a Swiss Army knife, right? A lot of different options that you could sell with us here. Some agents sell every one of these plans with us. Some agents find one policy only that they like and they run with that. So the hope is that you find one or two today that could be of help to you and your client base. On the senior side, we do a lot of ancillary plans, like a dental vision hearing, a senior accident policy, senior cancer plans, and then senior indemnity. On the under 65 plans, we do have short-term medical, so we'll briefly touch on that. We do have a fixed benefit plan that we're not going to have access to today, but if you sell fixed benefit, let me know. Be happy to connect you with that product. And then a whole suite of under 65 supplemental plans that are really designed to pair well with whatever health insurance your client chooses to have, whether that's a short-term medical plan with us, whether that's with their group policy that can be set up through a list bill, or obviously many agents sell these alongside their ACA business. So we'll go through many of those here today. Quick overview on our senior market plans. Thought I'd just briefly mention that DVH, dental vision hearing plan that we offer. It is really, really popular in Michigan and many other surrounding states. The nice thing about it is the primary applicant only has to be 55 in order to qualify instead of 65. Big network through Aetna, the Aetna Dental Administrators Network. 25% coverage for day one major services, dentures and implants. And so there's some really nice benefits to our dental vision hearing plan. Love to get you some more information on it if you are interested in our DVH plan. There's an optional vision rider that you can get with our plan as well. Brief overview, and I apologize, looks like some of this, the screen got a little messed up here this morning, but we do have a plan enhancer, which is really the base policy is an accident policy. And the nice thing is, it's very flexible in age range, meaning you can issue the policy from a child only plan. They just have to be 2 months of age, all the way up through age 74. This is an accident plan, meaning it's going to pay your client cash if, God forbid, they have a claim related to an accident. Okay, this is renewable to age 85. And benefits continue to go up, as Tammy mentioned, right? With rising costs, with rising out-of-pocket exposure. So currently at 17,500 rates, as low as $11 a month. I think some of the Michigan rates are right in line with that, depending on your age range. I ran a quote for a guy in his 30s this morning, and I think it was $14 a month for our $25 benefit. We do have a brand new guaranteed issue plan on the senior side, and it's our senior indemnity policy. So I just wanted to briefly make sure that the agents on this call knew about this new hospital indemnity plan. It's from age 55 to 74, renewable to age 85, and it's going to pay your client, I should say, for their hospital admission and confinement. So our policy pays up to 10 days. I was at an agent event last week, and many agents were very excited about this because most of the plans they were offering, I think, were up to 6 days. So there's three levels, payouts for 150, 250, or $350 daily. And so it also has some identity theft protection in there. Michigan is one of those new states that we just released. Obviously, a popular option to pair with your Med Advantage business. For those of you on that call who get into the MA space, these GI senior indemnity plans are a really nice way to kind of close that out-of-pocket exposure a bit and obviously help pay you some commission along the way. All right, let's shift gears here to under 65. Short-term medical is fully back to what it used to be. So I'll touch on that here in just a second. But the individual market as a whole, for those of you who have been doing this a long time, I don't know about when you guys got in the business. I started here in 2006. So we've seen a lot of change in the under 65 health insurance market from the pre-ACA days all the way through where we are today, right? And it seems like the average ACA rate increase from what we're hearing from HealthSherpa nationwide should be about 18%. Most agents I talk to, when they're speaking to those carriers that they offer ACA with, are telling me it might be more like 25 to 30%, depending on the carrier. Alongside that, it's all over the news right now, but these extended subsidy credits look to be either be removed. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Are they going to extend those again? Are they going to let those subsidies completely run out? So will those, over that 400% of the FPL search for different options, maybe like a short-term medical plan, if that's the case? Here's a quick a map that just shows where we offer short-term medical. All right. I know many of you obviously sell throughout the Midwest. Everything in green, we are back to selling full 3-year short-term medical plans. All right. Michigan being a state that's never allowed that, it's up to 6 months of coverage. So earlier this year, we were limited to 3 months plus a 1-month renewal. That has changed to back to the 6-month rule. So if you wanted to write a 6-month plan with another carrier and then move them to a 6-month plan here with us, that's now allowed in states like Michigan. It's a quick look at the plan design options for short-term medical. That middle plan called Enhanced PPO is what we sell the most of. You'll see a lot of different deductible choices, lifetime maximum of $1 million. And I think an important part of short-term medical is really understanding the suitability piece, meaning it's different than an ACA policy, right? This is a policy that's designed to cover new illnesses and new injuries. It's not a policy designed to protect against all your pre-existing conditions. It does not have maternity coverage built into it. So for the right client, this could be a way to save them a good amount of money, but we want to make sure it's sold in the right way.
So Carl, on the short-term medical plans,
Yeah.
what's the age range for that? And then also, we do have a lot of agents that ask about the immigrant population, is
Yeah.
an SSN required, an ITIN, how that works, because obviously as they get older, there's a little bit of a gap for them about Medicare. So we have a lot of agents asking about how they can best serve them.
Yeah, great question. So, first question as far as age eligibility, our plan runs from as early as 2 months of age. So you just have to be past your 2 month baby checkup, meaning we take child only plans here, all the way up through basically when you're eligible for your Medicare. So 64 years and 11 months, I believe, is the cutoff, meaning you'd have to have at least 1 month of coverage here. As far as eligibility related to citizenship, our policy does not require a social security number in order to qualify. It just the question just reads, and is that if they are here legally residing in the States. So if they answer that, then they should be able to qualify.
Fantastic. So it could be the same scenario for them. They do the 6 months like in Michigan. They do the 6 months with Allstate. They may pop over to another carrier as long as they can still get through the underwriting. And then in the next year, they could come back over to Allstate.
Exactly
Right.
right. Yep.
Okay.
And maybe Michigan changes those rules at some point, but yeah, great questions. Basically, exactly like the short-term medical market was prior to the Biden administration making those changes.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome. I want to briefly touch on some of our accident plans because this and dental are our two best-selling plans to bundle with your ACA business, okay? When you run a quote, and I'm going to show you a couple screenshots toward the end of the presentation today. When you run a quote, it's very, very simple to just choose the accident tab, and you'll see Plan Enhancer as the very first option. Plan Enhancer in many states has some riders on it. The state like Michigan just has the accident plan. So I'm going to go through a different option for agents that sell exclusively in Michigan next. But Plan Enhancer, it's an accident plan. In many states, it has a rider for cancer and heart stroke, and then sickness hospitalization. All right. Policy as low as $2,500 face amounts up to $17,500. We briefly talked about that earlier. There's no network. You don't have to pick a doctor or hospital. It's just going to pay your client. And the nice thing about it is they're very, very affordable throughout the country, and they're very, very simple. These are all guaranteed issue plans up to the 17,500 face amount. So very, very popular to offer Plan Enhancer. And then the other one is called Trio Med. Trio meaning three. It's kind of three policies bundled into one. And these are guaranteed issue. Actually, toward the end of this month, they were hoping it was next week. It looks like it might be end of October. Even the higher face amounts will be completely guaranteed issue. But we have face amounts of 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, and 30,000. Up to 10,000 today are completely guaranteed issue. Okay. So if your client has an accident, if they have a critical illness, it's going to pay up to that face amount. Here's a quick chart of what that might look like. Some of those critical illness conditions. I hear from agents often that the Allstate Health Solutions critical illness plan pays out on more conditions than many of our competitors, especially in those 25% payout buckets. Okay. So if that's something you're looking to add into your mix, give me a call. I'd be happy to send you the full brochure so you can take a peek at Trio Med. The third best-selling plan behind accident and dental, and we'll briefly touch on dental as well as our hospital expense protection plan, HEP. is what a lot of agents call it, and it just pays a set amount for specific medical occurrences. It's got a nice big payout for an air ambulance. God forbid your client's got to be flight for life somewhere, but it pays them if they're hospitalized due to a sickness. So here's a chart of we have 6 plan designs. I think 6 plan designs is about 3 too many. So the best-selling plan I highlighted there in the middle, I just wanted you to hopefully focus in on this training on Plan C. It gives your client a $5,000 check if they're admitted to the hospital. Okay. Some nice benefits down at the bottom. And once you get into Plan D, E, and F, you get some visits for, reimbursements for office visits, for urgent care visits, but you pay a lot more for that plan, right? Your premium is going to go up as a result. So Plan C is our best seller. If you want more info on any of these, let me know. Let's talk dental. I hear from agents in Michigan a lot that everyone's always looking for a good dental plan, right? And I think we have one or two that work a little different that I want to at least send you a couple, show you a couple screenshots on. We have 5 dental plans, an indemnity plan that's really got no network and they'll just pay your client cash. We have a couple PPO plans through the Aetna Dental Administrators Network. One of those plans does provide orthodontic coverage for children under 18. Okay. And that one really works like a traditional dental plan, meaning, you get 100% coverage for your preventive, you have an 80% coverage for your basic, you have a 50/50 coverage for your major. Some weights are included in there, right? We also released what we call Dental Copay 1 and Dental Copay 2. So that's where we're going to spend most of our time here reviewing. But just know that we also have a senior dental vision hearing plan in the market as well. The Copay 1 plan, I would say, is our second best seller. It's got a nice $3,000 annual maximum, so much higher than most plans out there. There's no wait on preventive services or basic services, just a 6-month wait on your major, and everything's copay driven. So on these copay plans, your client knows how much they're going to pay for their cavity, for their crown, whatever the case may be, just for their normal checkup and cleaning before they go into the dentist. I can't say that about my own dental plan. So these have become very popular for agents to be, to be able to offer a dental plan that's pretty clear, pretty transparent. And we do offer nice discounted rates when you bundle in these plans with another Allstate Health product. Copay 2 has our richest plan. As a result, it's our best seller because there's no annual maximum and there's no wait on basic, preventive, or major. Do you know of another plan in the market that offers you no wait and no annual maximums? This policy has really, really taken off for us. This chart, I think, does a pretty good job explaining some of the differences between Copay 1 and Copay 2. This Copay 2 plan, you'll see no waits, no annual maximum. The only caveat to Copay 2 is that it has to be sold with one other policy in the shopping cart. So it could be with a, $12 plan enhancer. It could be with a short-term medical plan. It could be with one of those hospital expense protection plans. But the way that we've been able to hopefully keep rates low and the way that we've been able to keep these waiting periods off is to have an agent bundle it with another policy. And that really seems to encourage clients to buy this plan and keep that plan, right? If everyone's getting their crown done tomorrow and then canceling, policies like this don't stay on the shelf too long. But what we've tried to do here, especially on Copay 2, is to incentivize that behavior, to encourage agents to offer this plan and then say, hey, these copays actually get cut in half once you've had the policy a year. So your basic services, and there's obviously a list of what is included in basic and major. It's a $50 copay for your client, but once they've had it a year, it drops down to, 100, I should say, drops down to 50. Or your tier 2 major services, that's your root canals, your crowns, the bigger things. Your client's paying $500 year one, that drops to just $350 year two. So dental copay two, if you guys didn't know about it, hopefully that's a nice product that you can add into your mix of what you could offer here through Allstate Health. Wanted to provide a couple screenshots on what our system looks like. If you haven't been in here in a while, if you haven't quoted with us much, it's pretty intuitive. I get a lot of feedback that agents say it's their favorite quoting platform, but obviously the first time you do it, the first few times you do it, it's always the hardest, right? So if you need this link emailed to you, just let me know. Be happy to do that for you anytime. And your username, if you've already set it up, I can send that to you as well. But this is the website that you'll go to run quotes through Allstate Health Solutions. NGAHagents.NGIC.com. All right. And this is what we call our agent back office site. This is a place that if you were to click that policies tab there in the middle, the blue bar, it'll show every policies that you've sold here with us, all your plan designs, what your deductibles were, how much the premium is the policy still active? So this is really a hub to keep agents kind of in tune and organized with anything that they're selling here through us. And then you'll see I highlighted there with the circle, the quote and enroll button. Once you click that, it's going to take you right to a page um, that's behind the other one. I apologize. But it looks like that. It's basically just a simple quoting platform where you zip code, date of birth, and then click that gray button at the bottom that says quote now. Okay. Then you're going to get to a screen that looks like this. And I wanted to spend a minute or two kind of talking through this piece of it and then kind of wrap up with the Health Sherpa piece. So you'll see all the different tabs there on the side of your screen, the left side of your screen. I wonder if I can grab a laser pointer here and just go through. The fixed benefit policies, that's your hospital expense protection plans, short-term medical, right? Here's your dental. All those accident plans are going to be here. Some of these other plans that we didn't get to here this morning would be down here. All right. But Tammy mentioned we have something really exciting that we've been working on. Many of you probably attended a webinar that we've been running already, and we have those recorded. So if getting real into the weeds as far as this partnership goes with HealthSherpa, be happy to get you that. Be happy to make sure that every agent on this call is signed up appropriately to use this process. So what happens is you put your client's demographics in. If you click this Health on Exchange tab here, it's gonna, it'll ask you what your client's obviously demographics are, also what their income is. So if you put in their client's income here, our system is going to give you, and this is a screenshot, otherwise I'd scroll down, all the different ACA plan designs that this client would be eligible for. Okay, I think this does a couple things for you. One, it's going to allow you to decide, is ACA the right choice for your client? Or should I go down here and just quickly peek at, hey, what's the short-term medical rate look like? Is it worth considering short-term medical, or is ACA the right option for them, right? And then secondly, what our system will do is that if you add, let's just say it's this bronze plan to the shopping cart, you would click add, it's going to pop over here to your shopping cart. You would be able to add any of these supplemental plans. So in this example, I have that HEP policy in there, and then I added a Trio Med at 5,000. Okay, if I were to add this in there, you, the agent, have the option to bounce out to your Health Sherpa account, complete the Health Sherpa application, right? Because the HMO or the bronze level plan or whatever policy you're enrolling with them, that's not an Allstate Health plan. Okay, it's going to take you to the Health Sherpa site to complete the Sherpa enrollment. And then at the end, there will be a button at the top of your page that says Return to Allstate. It'll pop you back in here to complete the application for the dental, for the accident, for the hospital plan, whatever you so choose. Tammy mentioned it at the beginning, but I think it's important to just, say, and this is really just a screen that shares this partnership that we've created with HealthSherpa, but 4 or 5 years ago, these supplemental plans were popular, but man, nothing like what we're seeing now, right? With the out-of-pocket exposure continuing to go up, with a bronze level plan moving to 10,600 for a family, that's obviously times two. There's a lot of policies out there, guys, for 30, 40, $50 a month. Really, really reduce your client's out-of-pocket exposure. Obviously pays you a nice commission along the way as well. But I think it's important for you, the agent, to really consider offering some under 65 supplemental plans when doing your ACA enrollments this open enrollment. This open enrollment more than ever before. Man, it looks like either the costs are going to go up, maybe these subsidies are going to go away. There's a lot of moving parts and pieces, and the last thing we want to do is just not present clients information with plans that could be of help to them. Finally, I wanted to give a quick screenshot. This was sent out to all of our paid direct agents this week. So if you didn't get it, I'm sure you get a million emails from all your different insurance partners and carriers, but we have short-term medical bonuses that are in place. We do have under 65 supplemental bonuses that are in place. So you can earn additional commission bonuses on top of your normal commission. And IAD's got a great contract with us, so they pass great contract on to you guys. Our supplemental plans are kind of a tiered approach. The more you sell, the more we're going to pay out. So this was sent out and should be in your inbox earlier this week. Be happy to get this in any of your hands if that would be helpful. This is for business starting October 1st, so just a couple days ago, and will run through January 15th. Listen, I fully recognize we covered a lot of information and I could have gotten way into the weeds on some of our other plans. The purpose of today's meeting with you guys was really to make sure that you knew my team and I are here to support you. We would love to help you. If you feel like a deer in the headlights a little bit, let's set a follow-up call. Let's spend a few minutes together. Let Allstate be your high beams and get you out of that feeling like a deer in the headlights because our system is very simple to quote it with us to enroll your clients in any of our out-of-pocket protection plans. And we're here to help you anytime. Here's me and my team again. With that, Tammy, Jason, any questions I can answer for you guys or
No, you've
Really good,
done a great job. Oh, sorry. Good, Jason, go
yeah,
ahead.
and really good products available at Allstate, much needed, during this upcoming enrollment period as well. Specific to the Trial Med product, the issue ages and can it be purchased as a not only an individual plan, could you add a spouse as well as a family onto that plan? And I really like how it combines the accident, critical illness protection, and within some ages, as you had mentioned, Carl, it's guaranteed issue, on the spot. So I see in particular a lot of value with that specific product. But yeah, could you just go over the issue ages and maybe you covered this before?
yeah, issue ages for Trio Med are I believe it's 18 to 55. I'll have to get the exact age range. I apologize if I misspoke there, but I'll follow up and email you the brochure, Jason. Trio Med is in many states by far our best-selling supplemental plan. I have agents that I help and support all over the country. I have an agency down in Tennessee that I'll be at next week, and he told me a story recently about Trio Med. He wrote a $10,000 Trio Med on his client. He writes Trio Med with every single health policy out of their office. Doesn't matter what type of other health insurance plan they have, whether it's a short-term plan with us or what other health insurance they have. He writes a Trio Med on all of them. And so he told me a story recently that he wrote a $10,000 Trio Med plan, and then he got a call from his client not too long after that he was out golfing. And unfortunately, his client got hit in the head with a golf ball. Bad day. I've been on plenty of golf courses. I've never experienced that, thank goodness. But the guy ends up actually passing out as a result of being hit in the head with this ball. Ambulance is called. He is brought by ambulance into the hospital. While he's in the ambulance, he has a heart attack. I'm not making this up. This is a real claim example. Um, Thank goodness this client is completely back to a full bill of health now. He's doing just back to normal. But very scary time for him and his family. This policy, TrioMed, paid $10,000 on the accident side and paid $10,000 for that critical illness payout. So he got a check for $20,000. And the agent was just saying, this is why I promote this plan. This is why, obviously not everyone's going to go through something that extreme, but accidents happen all the time. Heart attacks and cancer diagnoses, most of us know people that's impacted, right? And so these plans really do a really good job of protecting them. And ultimately, what happens is, God forbid that happens to one of your clients, they're going to be your client indefinitely, right? They'll never leave your agency again.
Yeah, that's a great example. I mean, an unexpected occurrence where the TrialMed product, was available and, was able to take care of the those out-of-pocket expenses associated not just with with treatment, but also transportation costs as well.
Yeah, exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, or potentially time off work, or there's so many different scenarios that these plans help people when the situation arises. So
Yeah, and that's a good,
it's a great
good,
example.
yeah, and that's a good clarifying point in that when the money that comes to your client, whether it's an accident plan, a dental plan, hospital expense protection plan, a TrioMed plan, when the policy pays out to your client, that's their money, right? That means they can use that money with whatever they want to use it for. I think that's important. This isn't something that we take and say, well, if you had our short-term plan, we're going to take the first $5,000 and apply it toward your deductible automatically. We're writing the check to your client. They can do with that check whatever they want. If they want to take it and pay off their deductible with their bronze plan, so be it, right? If they want to take it and go to Vegas, it's their money.
Yeah.
But most of the time, what happens is, to your point, Tammy, maybe dad's out of work for a while because he had a heart attack, right? $10,000, $20,000 goes a long way to make sure the mortgage is paid, to make sure that, the cars get paid, things like that, to keep a family moving forward during a pretty tough time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I think too that sometimes as agents we forget, or we're out there talking to people and they say, "Oh no, I have employer coverage." And of course there's voluntary benefit companies out there, but sometimes they just don't pay attention. And it's a good way for you to say, "Well, what is your employer coverage covering? What's your deductible?" Some of these plans could be add-ons for anybody. So it's kind of like never turn away a prospect unless you know the story and see if there's something that you can fit in for them. So it goes far beyond, the ACA or the under 65 market in general, like private insurance. People have group insurance too that needs protection. And then, of course, like you mentioned briefly, is the senior side. Starting at 55 for some of those plans is fantastic because there's lots of people early retiring and they're kind of left in a gap. So these are great products to add on. I personally can say the quoting system is super simple. It's very intuitive. The brochures are there. You can send things to the clients to look at. The agent, the back office is fantastic with all the information you can provide. So you guys do a great job of making sure that the agent is prepared for anything that may come at them during a sales meeting.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we're here to always continue to modify and try to make it easier, obviously. And, if you guys find that anyone on this call or recording is not contracted yet, obviously reach out to IAD, and they would love to set you up. And I would love to spend some time with any and all of you. Obviously, we're heading into a very busy season where a lot of agents start to sell a lot of these plans. But set some time with me or my team, and we would love to work with you. Make sure that you know a couple good questions to start asking your clients. related to some of these under 65 supplemental plans. Obviously, a lot of times it's just asking one or two more questions to your client, and then helping them understand there are options out there where we don't have to just leave you with this big deductible exposed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes. And many, there's many people who've had enhanced subsidies and they're used to a lower deductible, lower max out of pocket. And then they're going to get their premium notice and it's going to be a shock, sticker shock.
Yeah.
And, these products are a way that they could bump up to a bronze plan or, a little higher deductible and still feel coverage, but it's going to be less than what that premium hike is going to be. So, I agree with what you said before. We here in Michigan are hearing 25% premium increases without the hit to the subsidy, the enhanced subsidies. So there's definitely going to be many people out there lost looking for what they're supposed to do so they can keep food on their table or pay for their medications. So we appreciate you spending time with us today so that we can help the agents get out in the community and keep them protected.
Yeah, you're very welcome. It just speaks to the importance of good agents, right? And
Yes.
we understand the importance of that. We're trying to play our part to create products that would be of help to your client base. Thanks for letting me spend a few minutes with you guys today. And I hope as a result, we can connect with you more one-on-one to make sure that you feel comfortable and confident with all the Allstate Health products.
Wonderful. Thanks again. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you
Thank you,
guys.
Carl.
You're very welcome.
Bye-bye.